Welcome to DentonRadio.com, powered in part by Classic of Denton.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on the Denton Vibe here on DentonRadio.com. I'm Diva Girl Ellie, and today we have some special guests. We have Supersonic Lips. We have Jaudet and Saulo,
Hello.
the drummer and the guitarist from Supersonic Lips, and they're going to be here in Denton this week, so we have them here in the show, get to know them a little bit better. They will be at Backyard on Bell on Thursday, right?
That's right.
Yes.
That's correct. At what time, guys?
I think we're going on at 9.
Okay.
9 p.m. Yeah.
At 9 p.m. So if you guys have never seen them before, you guys have to come check them out. They're an awesome band. I'm a fan, and I've been to several of their shows here. And I'm so glad to have you guys back in Denton and on DentonRadio.com. So let's go ahead and just dig into it and talk about the sound that you have. We're going to talk about, what would you describe your music as?
You go
All
ahead.
right. So that's me. We're definitely a rock band. And we do a lot of, we're all over the place as far as our sound goes, but I would condense it down to alternative rock with a lot of guitar solos, thunderous, drums, and really cool Latin grooves on the bass. And so we mix it all to have like a very indie, like rock and roll sound. People that have never heard of us before, we often get in comparisons to the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, Metric, the Kills, bands like that.
So are any of them your influences, or who
Yeah.
could you say were your influences as far as the band sound and the vibe that you guys carry?
Well, that's part of the thing. We all come from different musical backgrounds. We all listen to a lot of different stuff.
And somehow it all meshes together.
Yeah, our singer is definitely a big Metric fan. She loves Metric. She loves the Yeah Yeah Yeah. So it's
I
probably
love
why we get that
Metric too.
comparison a
Yeah,
lot.
Metric's really awesome. What's her name?
Yeah Yeah.
Okay.
And we all. I mean, I would say like Jadad and I come from a more metal background. Definitely like high school, black metal, death metal, all that industrial stuff. Not very popular in high school, but anyway.
It always somehow finds its way back into our music.
Yeah.
Not in very subtle ways.
Yeah.
But we're not doing any.
We're not heavy.
doing
We're
any
not
metal
screaming.
at all.
Yeah,
No,
we're not.
it's not heavy metal for sure. I've
No,
been,
no.
the shows I've been to, the tunes are very catchy.
Yes.
I picked up a couple of your CDs at different points in time, so they're in my car. I listen to them, and I know that when I'm in traffic and stuff, you listen to the songs, and then you find yourself humming them at work, or you're humming them at the house.
It's perfect time when you're stuck in traffic. You
Yeah,
want to
well,
relieve some stress.
That, and you can absorb the music a little bit more. For me, traffic is kind of like zone out time. I mean, pay attention, but kind of like, let me
Gonna be
concentrate on what's
stuck
on
for
this.
20 minutes.
Exactly.
Going at 5 miles an hour.
Exactly. So it kind of
Put on
gives me
some
that.
supersonic lips.
There you go. I do actually do that. So anyway, so let's go ahead and move on to the next topic of, you guys, I want to talk about this recording that y'all did in Oregon. Okay, so you have a new album that just came out, and it is, I'm like trying not to look behind me because the window's behind.
People are waving.
Blinded Pleasure. So you guys, did you guys record that, or was it just certain songs that y'all did in Oregon?
The entire album was recorded in Oregon.
Oh, okay. So what's the name of the you did it in a brewing.
Yes.
A brewery, yeah.
Yeah.
brewery.
How did that happen?
Well, we actually participated in a battle of the bands last year, which we do this because it gives us the wrong vibe
Isn't that
at
the
first.
spider, La Araña?
It's not. No.
This is it.
It was a really cool contest where there was this brewing company from Oregon that they wanted to check out local bands and allow them to do their thing. So we got this cool opportunity to play a couple of shows for them, and the prize was going to be just flying out to Oregon and recording for free at their studios, drinking all their beer. The trip was all paid by them. And are we allowed to give a shout out to them?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Go ahead.
And so this brewing company is Ninkasi Brewing Company from Eugene, Oregon, and they're right here. Big shout out to them.
Obviously, they made your record.
Yeah, yeah, it was an incredible experience for us. It was well, I was actually born in Oregon, so it was like kind of coming home for
Oh,
me.
really?
But it was really amazing to see my bandmates just
Come home,
exploring the
yeah.
Pacific Northwest for the first time. So definitely once in a lifetime opportunity for us that now it sits right in front of us.
Yeah,
It
that's really
materialized.
amazing. I did not know that part. I saw the sticker and then it fell out, and I was like, wait a minute. That's
What
Yeah.
is that?
Yeah, what is that? Well, you guys had a wonderful experience there. I bet you guys probably had a lot of fun. How long were you guys there?
A week,
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it took you a week to record that.
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah.
Pretty cool, pretty cool. So I know you guys are touring and you have a couple of dates, and obviously we have Denton on the map, and that's coming up on Thursday. But you have two other tour dates that are right behind that, or in around that. What?
Playing San Antonio the day after on Friday, and then we're playing on San Marcos.
So how often do you guys tour?
Not very often, actually. We're trying to get started on that. We've toured. We haven't really toured. We do like weekend tours at the moment. We've been down to Austin, Victoria. I might be missing a few. Waco. Just regional weekend tours, and yeah, it's definitely our goal to start doing
Expand
that
a
a
lot
lot more
more.
often. Yeah.
Yeah. So what other cities do you guys have on the maps? I know you guys have Dallas on 9/7 at Trees, so that's a big venue, and that's a big deal. So
Yeah,
that's
Trees.
it. You guys are going to be playing with She Wants Revenge.
That's
so
right.
That's a huge show for you guys.
Oh man, I'm excited.
Yeah, no, we used to listen to that band like back in high school, and when we got the opportunity, we couldn't believe it. We fangirled a little bit, like everybody in the band. It was
It's
pretty
like
funny when
band
I told
crush.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
a
your
bit,
band
a
crush.
bit.
Yeah,
One of them. For sure.
yeah, we have many band crushes, but that's definitely one of them. So yeah, actually, it was really cool. Like I was telling the story where when I met him, when I started hanging out with him, it was one of the bands that I clearly remember just sitting in the car and just listening to She Wants Revenge, and then comes full circle next
Yeah.
week. So yeah,
That's pretty
it's an
much a
amazing
marker
opportunity.
on your career path there. So speaking about band crushes and stuff like that, I know you guys are hanging out in Denton every once in a while, and you guys frequent here. You guys did the Thin Line Festival, and you guys were on the actual stage on the square lawn. So you guys were one of the bands that presented here. What other local bands here in Denton do you guys tend to keep up with?
I think Pearl Earl is killing it right now, and yeah, we've
Shout
checked
out to Pearl Earl.
Yeah, hey. Yeah, they're going to be on the bill with us as well on this Thursday, so
Thursday.
it should be good. That show is free, by the way.
Nice.
Completely side note there, but we were. I was
Free
watching
show.
their. I was watching their video that they just came up with the other day, and it was unbelievable. So yeah, they're definitely one of our favorites right now.
Yeah, they're pretty hard hitting here in Denton, so a lot
Yeah.
of people follow them. Anybody else that you guys keep an eye on, or those are your?
From Denton, it's probably
Yeah,
I mean,
Criminal Birds is a good one as well.
Yeah, I've seen
don't
them
really
with you
know.
guys actually. I saw them
Yeah.
at one of your shows.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah, we need to come back to Denton a little bit more often.
Yeah.
Denton is one of those
you might want to ask him. I really don't know who's from where.
yeah, he's
You just know they've
Workaholic.
played with you
Yeah.
once in a while.
I'm just a guy on stage.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I do want to talk about the local music scene versus the local Latin scene, and what it's like being in both of them, because I think you guys have your foot on both sides. So what is that experience like?
It's best of both worlds for a little bit. I mean, yeah, for the most part, we get to play a wide variety of different shows. Get to open for a lot of different bands.
Yeah.
A lot of different touring bands. It's I mean, I guess you could always say that it's a bit of a stigma, and because we're all brown kids and we get associated with that stuff. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's not how you how people see you, is how you present it. And I think we've been doing pretty well with that stuff, and in that regard, just
Well, a lot
playing
of people,
different shows.
a lot of people don't realize that, just like English music, there's genres in Spanish. They have an idea of what Spanish music would be like, and then when they go to a show or they go to a bilingual show, it kind of takes them off guard, and they're like, yeah, this is really cool, because it's something they can vibe with. It's something that is familiar to them sound-wise. It's just in a different language. So
We've
yeah.
definitely gotten a lot of good opportunities to open for a lot of like really like pretty big Hispanic bands, last year we played with a band called Porter at the House of Blues,
Porter.
which was a really, really
Mexico.
good show. And we're big fans of the band, so it was like another, milestone. It was, it just, we see it as another opportunity, another door that we can always knock on and see if we
Yeah.
can go
It's
through.
always there, and we.
Well, it's like having a duality, and you can
Exactly.
always, bounce back and forth. And I think it's a smart thing to do, hitting both markets and bringing in more people and just kind of bridging the gap as well. So I
Yes.
think that's a big deal
Absolutely.
as far as trying to bridge the gap. I know that, and I'll mention this. We were actually at a show here at Harvest House. And it was a big deal. It was the Chamanes. The
Right,
Chamanes
yeah.
was, they were here, and that's a Latin-nominated band. And when
Grammy,
they Grammy, Latin Grammy. Thank you for the correction. I was like, wait a minute. And so they played at Harvest House, and the place was completely packed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody was. I remember the owner was like, "Wow," and I couldn't believe that. I was like, "Where did all these people come from? I've never seen them." So it's always good to see a packed house. For something that's different and unique like that. So
Yeah, and for me, it's really interesting to see people that go to, I don't know, like the typical rock show, and to see us, and then suddenly they start following us, and they go see us. For example, the show that he mentioned with Porter and Siddhartha, La Gusana Ciega.
those are big names.
Yeah, those
La
are
Gusana Ciega
actually
is
those
a huge
those
band.
bands by themselves,
Yeah.
sell out stadiums in Mexico.
Yep.
And we got to open for all three of them,
Yeah, that's a
at
big
once.
deal.
So, like I was checking out the people that usually come see us. They went to that show, and they were, even then, they were just like, man, I've never heard these bands before. Like Hispanic people, and it's kind of, it's rewarding to see that, that we can be in both sides at any given moment. But yeah, we're definitely having a good time right now playing
Yeah.
with all the other bands that we're playing at the moment, like She Wants Revenge, for example. So
Yeah, that's an
Best
amazing
of both
thing.
worlds.
and TV on the
Yes.
radio last year. So
TV
that
on the
was,
radio
that was
last
awesome.
year. Gogo
Yeah.
Bordello.
Yeah.
It was a good opportunity.
Awesome. So how, I've got a few more questions here. So let's talk about your songwriting process and your live shows, and how, explain a little bit about that. And there's,
You got the songwriting process.
Well, our singer is the one that takes care of that stuff. She sort of took the initiative on that. And I don't know how to write songs. I know how to write, just don't know how to write songs. So
Lyric-wise.
let me
Lyric-
emphasize
no.
on that. I'm not a lyricist. Anyway,
so she does all the writing for your
she
band.
does all the writing, yes. And as far as music, we'll all just contribute. It's either that comes with a drum beat, or I have a guitar riff, or a bass line, or whatever. And then from there, if we like it, if we all like it, we'll start working on it. Eventually, a song comes
It
together.
usually happens pretty spontaneously, though. I would say that like half of the songs are maybe, most of the songs on this EP that we've just released, they came out of practice and actually just warming up. So
From
we'll
just
just start
goofing off,
just
yeah.
goofing around, and then he would just be like, well, hey, play that again. That was kind of cool. And then we just start going from there. And then that's when Yaya comes in and starts writing the lyrics. So that's. Yeah, it's kind of coincidental how we come up with our songs.
I was just
on
going
the
to
most
ask,
part.
because a lot of I write. I'm a poet, and it's interesting to me because when I write, I'm usually listening to music, and that's when I'm inspired, and I start writing. And I'm a quick writer. Whatever I listen to, I finish it up right then and there, and it's done. But I wasn't sure, everybody's different. It does,
Yeah.
you guys are playing around in the practice room, and then Yaya could be like, okay, I hear the lyrics. Or
Yeah,
is
that
it
happens
ever,
sometimes.
where she's writing first, and then you guys go create music to it? I mean,
It
it's
depends on
always
the mood
interesting.
you're on, too. Like, I'm a big movie fan, and I'm always watching movies or TV shows. And whenever I'm in a certain mood after watching a certain type of movie, like that's portrays, and
Yeah.
how I
It emotes what you're feeling.
like how I play and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
Turns into a little soundtrack in his head.
and
Yeah.
and eventually, stuff comes out, and we all work together on it afterwards, and a song comes.
And it's always interesting to me for bands. I just think it's kind of short of a miracle getting so many people together to get on the same page and play something and mesh well. Because, you hear bands and you're like, okay, well, they're good, but they don't mesh well. They're
Yeah.
not tight. And then you get a band that's really tight and cohesive in their sound and their music. And it's like, that's awesome. I think it's pretty spectacular because you're all on different wavelengths, but somehow y'all make it, come together where you're just on the same path. And it's just amazing to hear you guys. You guys are awesome, by the way. I love your music. So you guys, let's talk about a little bit where we can find you. I know social media plugs, definitely want to give that. So Facebook page is facebook.com/Supersonic Lips.
Yes.
And then your Instagram is obviously at Supersonic Lips.
Everything's at Supersonic Lips.
Pretty easy. And then you also have the sonicbids.com.
Yeah, that's where we have our EPK. If people in the industry want to book us or collaborate with us, that's where we have our biography, photos, videos. I mean, anything that people might need. So that's a good one to have as well.
Okay. And then, like I said, we have the upcoming event at Backyard on Bell. And who's playing with you guys?
It's Pearl Earl is headlining that one, I think, and then Loafers is playing. Okay. Joe Gorgeous, and then there's a fourth band that they added. I think I'm gonna butcher this one's Bangarang or something like that.
Okay. And
I think they're from Denton as well.
Yeah.
So pretty excited to actually see them. But yeah, that should be a good one. We've never played at Backyard on Bell as well, but we keep hearing amazing things about it.
It's a really neat place. It's very different from where you guys have played before. Really? And it's out in the open, and it's very chill. And if you guys are lucky to get weather like this right now, it's going to be a great vibe for that show.
I hope Harvey goes away. He's misbehaving this week.
I know. I hate to say that the weather over here is nice. Really, prayers are going out to
our drive here today
Houston.
Was beautiful.
Yeah, but
chill Harvey.
Yeah, no kidding. Chill Harvey.
Leave Houston alone.
But you guys should have a really nice, really cool venue. People are really nice and laid back. They're going to really enjoy that show, especially with the people that you're coming with. They're going to really vibe with that. So I'm excited. I'll be out there. Hopefully I'll be out there, God willing. So on top of that, you guys brought some stuff here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what you got here.
Well, we brought T-shirts and our new album that we would like to give away. But in order to do that, we need to see the comments come up on that screen. So we're doing a giveaway actually, and it's going to be a choice for anybody that likes, comments, or shares this video.
The original video, yeah. The original DentonRadio.com video.
Yes.
Because then we share it a million times, and then we lose track of it.
Right. Yeah. The original one, not the one that's been shared by your friends.
Comment on the original one.
Yeah. You know what? Do all of the above to be sure, because this is actually a really good prize that we're going to be doing. So we got the T-shirts, and we got different sizes for for whatever you might wear. And it's going to be a choice between a shirt and a CD, or it can be a pass to see She Wants Revenge next week.
Oh, nice.
So
that's going to be
your choice.
The show at Trees, just so you guys know. So if you have a choice, you get the T-shirt and the CD, one bundle.
Yeah. So if you're in Denton,
you can get the pass to She Wants Revenge at Trees in Deep Ellum on
September 7th.
Okay.
And if you make it to that, we'll give you the CD as well.
Oh, there you go, guys. That sounds like a deal to me. There you go.
High five.
So why don't you guys give a shout out to your other band members that aren't able to be here tonight, because we would have loved to have them here, but y'all were going to be a duet from now on.
Yeah,
duo.
You guys have been fired.
Not
fired. Really. We're not. Yeah, we're not.
This
we're
is
not
their
that person.
debut as a duet. No, I'm
would
kidding.
like to, yeah.
We miss them. We wish they were here.
We're called the Brown Keys now. Like to see you.
At a bar near you.
On the corner near you.
That corner right there actually can work really well.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there.
I can't see anymore. It's dark.
Oh, they're out there.
Yeah. You can see them.
Just trust me, they're out there.
They're out there. Anyway, well, you guys, thank you so much for coming on the show. You guys out there watching, because I can't see them, but they're out there.
Keep commenting.
Keep commenting. Make sure you like, share, and just like I always say, you got to like us to love us, right, guys? You got to share the love and win yourself a nice little package here from Supersonic Lips. I do want to give a personal shout out to Barley and Board for their game night tomorrow at 6 o'clock. They're going to be playing Settlers of Catan. Get ready to lose to me. Watch me eat those words. But that's a competitive game. If y'all don't know what it is, y'all
I'm
should
already
check
scared. I don't know.
it. Be scared, because any game that has sheep involved, be very scared.
Oh my God.
Sheep.
It's not like dueling cards or something.
It's a crazy game. We'll talk about it after the show. But anyways, you guys can sign up with Barley and Board and message them directly to their events coordinator, and they will get you signed up. They still have some spaces left. Come out and have some fun. It's a great place. Other than that, happy first day of school to the students here at UNT TWU and anyone else that happened to start school. It's a beautiful Monday here, and thanks for joining us tonight. And join us next week for our next guest that'll be here in the stadium. I was at the North Texas Rodeo, so anyways, we're back in the studio. But thanks anyways. Have a good weekend or a good week. Thanks.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out DentonRadio.com for new Denton artists and where they're playing next. While you're surfing the internet, make sure you check out our friends Classic of Denton at ClassicofDenton.com.